Picture this: Europe, the 1300s. Plagues, warring kings, and a church in chaos. It's a hot mess. But amidst this turmoil, a revolution is brewing, not in the streets, but in the minds of a few rebellious thinkers. They're monks, like Duns Scotus and William of Ockham. But don't let the robes fool you. These guys are about to shake the foundations of how the entire Western world understands God, reality, and the limits of human knowledge. For centuries, the superstar philosopher Thomas Aquinas had built a beautiful system of thought. It was like a grand cathedral, with reason and faith fitting neatly together. Everything had its perfect place. Too perfect, some started to think. Enter Duns Scotus, the subtle doctor. He pokes holes in Aquinas' tidy categories. What if how things exist, the very essence of being, isn't so neatly divided after all? What if God, humans, and even pebbles have something in common? This might seem like word games, but it changes the picture. It makes room for mystery and emphasizes just how limited our human minds might be. Then there's William of Ockham, the philosophical bad boy. He's wielding something called Occam's razor. It's a mental tool saying, if you have two explanations, the simpler one is usually better. With this razor, he cuts away layers of fancy philosophical theories that had built up over time. Ockham is obsessed with language. Is that idea of a universal tree anything more than just a word we made up? He emphasizes the concrete, the tree in front of you, not some perfect treeness floating beyond the world. These guys weren't out to destroy faith, but their questioning had seismic effects. If reason has limits, then our understanding of God becomes more mysterious. God becomes less predictable, and the gap between the human and divine grows wider. Duns Scotus and Ockham didn't mean to tear down the cathedral of medieval thought, but by valuing individual experience, skepticism, and questioning old assumptions, they inadvertently cracked the walls. Their influence would ripple outwards for centuries. Early Protestant reformers would take inspiration from the idea of a less predictable God. The scientific revolution, with its focus on observation and questioning authority, owes something to that late scholastic spirit. Even political ideas about the rights of the individual, as opposed to just their place in a grand ordered system, have a tiny seed planted back in these philosophical debates. The story of late scholasticism is a reminder that even the Dark Ages were buzzing with intellectual energy. These thinkers grappled with the giant questions that still haunt us. What's real? What can we truly know? And how does faith fit into the messy, unpredictable world we inhabit? If you want to dive deeper, click on the link in the description to get our book, Beyond Aquinas, When Philosophy Got Real. We'll explore all the complexities of these fascinating figures and show you just how their nerdy arguments in dusty libraries help transform the Western world.